Mabu, hey, welcome to IMHO.
In my homosexual opinion.
I'm Darn.
And I'm Alexis P. Bevels. The P today stands for Probst, Jeff. Daddy. I'm 5 seasons into my Survivor journey. There's about 47 currently on the wherever they are. I just went on a rant in the Patreon, but I want to say it again.
Oh no.
If that's okay. It's a good point, right?
It's not preferred, but go ahead.
All the people are coming for drag queens saying we're dressed inappropriately. Have you ever watched Survivor, one of the most popular shows in the entire universe that's been on for 27 years? It's just men in their underwear. So their dingle dongles are flopping around.
Dingles dongle, but they don't fall down.
Running these challenges. I'm not complaining. I'm just saying don't come for the drag queens when this is the horniest, gayest show I've ever seen. It's incredible.
Okay, this is horrible. Leaking someone's nudes is awful.
No.
But early internet days, when Photoshop was really bad, but I had such hope that everything I saw on the internet was real. I still do. Someone leaked Jeff Probst's nudes. And this was like early days. Like I'm talking 2003, 2004. So we were just being born. It was so clearly Photoshopped, but I was so obsessed with it that I printed it out. I printed it on a sheet of paper, and I had this photoshopped image of Jeff Probst naked.
This is before we understood that, like,
morality.
This is before we understood that, and also when we were like horny teenagers, the internet was new, and it wasn't easy to get porn. So like when you saw stuff like that,
you had to print it.
Yes, he's physically attractive and absolutely
so hot.
Do you know why he's daddy?
His skin is leather.
And do you know why this show is so popular? I believe.
Go.
I've only seen 5 seasons so far.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
The episodes are an hour.
Yeah. 13.
13 episodes?
Usually, yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Listen, this is why he's so good at his job.
Jesus
Is
Christ.
because he doesn't suffer fools, and he doesn't like when things take too long. So he will, like, during the reunions, he's like, yeah, I got it. All right, next. And then when people are, like, hemming and hawing, he's like, okay, give me an answer now. Like, he doesn't want to wait, and neither do I. And Jeff, I'll be seeing you on the audition tape when I send it in.
Okay, listen, I love you, and I think you can do anything.
I can be the next Sari. I gotta get off the couch.
I think you can do anything you put your mind to, except survive. It's not in your wheelhouse.
Hey,
Surviving is something that you do by accident.
Okay, counterpoint. I approached Camp Wanakiki with the same reasons I would approach Survivor: outwit, outplay, outlast, serve, and I won that. That was about $1 million, give or take.
I'm sorry, what was Camp Wanakiki? I wanted to give a quick shout out, a thank you, if you will. Look at these giant tits. One is bigger than the other. Very cis, very woman. At time of filming, yesterday was Jerry's birthday, my father-in-law. It was his first birthday in heaven, if you believe in that, or if I believe not existing. I just want to thank everyone who reached out. I got so many sweet DMs and sweet comments, and it means the world to me because, I'm gonna sound so gay. It was in large part because of the IMHO, I'm gonna say it, family. As queer people, we get to choose our family, and we also get to go to therapy.
Subscribe to our Patreons.
And it was honestly all of y'all that got me through it. I would never reach out. If someone said, it's my late father-in-law's birthday, I wouldn't reach out. It wouldn't occur to me. And that's something I'm working through in therapy. But for people to take the time to just say, like, he was such a great guy. He seemed so great, it was just really nice.
Oh, that's really lovely. Are you going to cry?
I don't know. It was really emotional.
Darby!
It was really emotional. My mother-in-law's in town. You probably love your mother-in-law. My mother-in-law's in town, and so for the most part, it's just been a wonderful visit. I've gotten to see her CPAP machine. She actually let me watch her clean it. That was neat.
Should I get one of those?
Probably. You should talk to a doctor first, but yes. But anyway, thank you everyone for reaching out. It really meant the world to me and to my mother-in-law and of course my husband. His name is Curtis.
Well, you're welcome on behalf of everyone.
You didn't say anything.
Because I know you and I know that the greatest gift I can give you is not bothering you.
Is silence. Thank you so much. Let's keep that energy going. We are back with another episode of Drag Race Philippines. I'm having so much fun.
Me too.
I do need to start the episode off with an apology. This is tough for me. But Alexis, I'm growing.
It's
You were right.
It's an apology to me?
And I'm really sorry that I laughed at you. Tagalog is one of the dialects, one of the many languages.
Yeah, I want to thank everyone
and Filipino was correct.
Oh, thank you.
And I'm so sorry for doubting you, but in my defense, you rarely know things.
Yeah, no. Yeah.
So thank you everyone in the comments.
Thank you everyone in the comments. I gotta say, another reason that Drag Race Philippines is superior is that the fans and commenters are a lot more gentle in their corrections of when I say something wrong. Because in the other ones, I get really scared and I don't like it.
There are certain cultures.
Really love.
And they're mostly cultures that aren't
reading
white
the comments
people,
on last week's.
that are just so happy everyone's sharing.
I loved reading the comments on last week's, and I loved getting to know that I was wrong about Yuri Pota. It's hijo de puta. It's like son of a bitch.
You were, but
Judith is really funny.
Is so funny.
And if Karen hadn't become the name for like Karens, it could have easily been Judith.
Judith, I agree. I've never met a nice Judith.
I've never met a real one, a single or married Judith.
Honestly, count your blessings.
Yeah.
They're usually all
Karens.
I was gonna say accountants. I love the comments. Keep the comments coming. I did stumble across a reviewer today. You know, I like to look at the reviewers. I just want to know what's happening in the community, and I love to support, and I love to love, and love is love, and love wins. But this reviewer is so fucking cute, Alexis.
Let me see.
Just some body's opinion, B-O-D-I.
Bodhi?
Just some
or
Bodhi's
body?
opinion. Oh, it might be Bodhi. Anyway, he is so cute.
Excuse me.
And I'm just loving his reviews. So everyone go check him out.
Yeah, because if we don't get something right, maybe he does.
That is so true. Thank you for saying that, Alexis. Let's get started. I do want to say that I took a moment and I went back and I watched Untucked because I completely forgot.
I was going to do that today.
I forgot that Philippines Untucked is actually really fantastic.
Yeah.
So thanks for the reminders in the comments. I really appreciate it. So let me walk you through what happened.
Will you please?
Since you didn't watch it.
Okay.
I was like, oh, I'll just take a couple quick No, it was so good. I took many a note. Okay, this is from Untucked last week, but they talk about it in this episode. The first thing that made me laugh were the safe queens. They didn't know that they were actually in the bottom. They thought they were actually safe. So when everyone returned, the top girls returned, they played along. And they were like, so who do you think's in the top and who do you think's in the bottom? So of course, who do you think, let me ask you this, who do you think they came for? And who do you think they is? Versex and
Jay Quinn
came for
Kiana,
the winner, by the way, of the episode, just as a reminder.
Hadn't we already done that in the episode, though?
Yeah, this is after the judging, though. This is when they think that they are safe, that they are better than her.
I mean, hadn't they already come for her and then made her cry and then apologize?
Oh, yeah, no, they did it again.
Fun.
So this is fun.
That's just giving away, sympathy points.
So they're saying that... It's not, but it kind of resolves itself. We'll talk about it. They're saying that her outfit was boring, and I gotta be fair, Angel did start it, but Angel gets a pass because she's Angel. She didn't continue it in the psychotic way that Versex did. I shouldn't say psychotic. In the outrageously insane way. Jay Quinn and Versex are going at her again, which it's hard not to view it as the Manila girls going for the provincial girls. That's not a great feeling. Thank you for the comments about that as well. Brigading would start shit and Untucked all the time. And I think that was kind of partially her downfall on the show. While her daughter, Zimba, is doing the exact same thing.
Hey, we gotta keep it in the family.
We have to listen, things are passed down, okay? You get messiness, heart disease,
gum.
So Zimba says, Kiana, you said that Jay Quinn and Versex were insecure on the runway. They were mean to you because they were insecure. What do you mean by that? So that sets Versex off. And I'm not kidding you, Alexis. She wanders the room, almost the rest of Untucked, yelling. With your hairline and with what you're wearing, how boring you are, you think you could say that to me, blah, 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 blah. Then she'll be quiet for a second. And Kiana's just quiet. Kiana's like, it was just banter. It was just banter. Then she'd go to the other side of the room and you'd hear her scream something else. It went on for many, many minutes. If I had to guess, 20.
Well, that's not the response of an insecure person.
No! This is what she says. She says, why the fuck would I be insecure? I'm fucking Versex, bitch. And then Popstar Bench, your favorite.
Yeah.
she points out, girl, don't be saying that with your wig tangled. Because as she's saying it, her wig's getting all fucked up. And she goes, girl, your wig's tangled. Which was so funny.
That's Pop Star Binge.
Kiana stays quiet and then she starts crying. And we find out later in the Untucked that her parents fought a lot. So when people fight, it takes her back to that. And remember, she's young. Instead of Versex, and I know Versex was in her feelings, but instead of being like, oh, God, she's crying, I wonder if this is really upsetting her, instead, she's like, oh, she's playing this card or whatever. Which I think is so insane because Versex is expecting people to see where she's coming from. She's expecting people to deal with her insane behavior because she fell out with her friends, so everyone should understand her. But she's not willing to give the same consideration to Kiana, and I just don't think that's nice. I think that sucks. Versex tells Kiana that in her falling out with her friend group, they referred to her as insecure. So insecure is a trigger word for her. And that is why she went off. And she kind of said sorry. She kind of was like, so I'm sorry about that. But like, that's my, whatever. She just kept like really emphasizing her feelings instead of like the apology part. And then somehow Jaquin and Versex are telling Kiana, this is after Kiana is crying and apologizing, like trying to calm Versex down, which I don't think Kiana had to do. But I think you running around the room hurling insults at someone who accidentally triggered you, I think you owe them the apology.
That's the mature thing.
Somehow they're trying to explain like their differences, and well, we're from Manila and you're a provincial girl, and so we have different, we just expect you to know better, and we're on a show together, so you should just change those things about yourself.
Seems like they're all young. They're all young.
No, they're absolutely all young.
It seems like a young person.
But they're pouncing on this girl who they can tell is just very like emotionally fragile. It just felt bad because Kiana doesn't have the strength at this moment, and I completely understand why she doesn't, to stand up for herself. And they just continue to pile on. By the end, they had apologized, and I mean that because Kiana apologized and Versex just kind of said sorry while describing her feelings, like very loudly. But yeah, it was wild.
That's crazy. Wild. I need to go watch that.
And Zimba kept saying like, I'm not stirring the pot. Am I stirring the pot? And I was like, Zimba.
Good TV though.
Good TV.
Production.
Great TV.
Zimba production ding.
Thank you for letting me explain Untucked to you because I had a visceral reaction.
Well, I want to get into this episode because it was so fun to watch. We start with the mini challenge, which is kick the can, a really fun.
Throw your shoes at the cans, baby.
Shoes at the can. What was did you have like a childhood game, like neighborhood game that you played with your neighborhood kids?
Yes. We had a neighborhood Hannah Montana pillow that we would just soak in milk. Slap it against the wall. We'd suck it out. That's a funny meme. Did you know that Five Below right now has a pillow that looks exactly like the Hannah Montana cowboy pillow? I think we should get it and soak it in milk and see what the big deal is.
I think we should.
It might be good.
But I'm not doing milk right now, so maybe we do like soy or like oat milk or something.
No, 2%. Cow.
One time, me and the neighborhood kids, actually, it was my first week in this new neighborhood. I was 6. The kids all wanted to take these spoons and scoop up mud and fling mud at my neighbor's door.
Oh my God.
But it was my neighbor's door, so my dad came out and saw me doing it. And I got in trouble, got spanked.
Okay, tell me more.
I got spanked with a paddle for the first time in my whole entire life.
How'd you feel?
It was because I was just trying to fit in with the neighborhood kids.
Don't spank your kids.
Yeah.
But consensual spanking between two adults, kind of fun. Not for me. I don't have a butt. The winner of that was Versex. And just want to say, Versex is young. Versex went through something emotionally traumatic. Yeah. And I know she's just lashing out because she is, in fact, insecure. And that's why she's so triggered. And that's okay. That's just where she is. And I know she'll grow. And we still love her. You get it. Okay.
Yeah.
We find out they're going to do the sustainable. Now, the weirdest part about it was we hear the first category is variety store, which is I'm assuming convenience store kind of thing, a 7-Eleven if you will. They're that'll be the first category, and then the second category of this ball is a surprise, and then immediately we're on the runway. It was almost like a second mini challenge.
Well, you know how
it was so confusing.
Yeah. Well, you know how sometimes they start, the beginner, ball episode, they start on that fake runway?
When they do that, that's the mini challenge.
Yeah.
Why did they do a mini challenge and this?
Because we needed to get a good look at that pit crew. And I'm not complaining about the pit crew.
Yeah.
They're very nice to look at.
I love nice looking men. Nice looking men. Oh, better than ugly men. We get that sudden thing, and then find out the second category is make shit from trash. And then they kind of comment on in previous seasons when Ava, currently on Global All Stars, which we will be covering. Why are you doing that?
Don't worry about it.
Ava got called trash, or her look got called trash by
that guy.
And then the second season, OV's look gets called trash by Lady. So they're
yeah.
You have to make shit out of trash. So then they invite Guy into the workroom, Guy who started the whole trash thing.
Yeah.
To help comment, because he's a fashion guy. And we will get to that. We will get to...
That speech...
There is a speech
made
a-coming.
me LOL.
There's a speech a-coming. Anyway, so let's just go to the runway so
I need
we can
to go.
chat about
I need to
both
go immediately
looks.
to the runway.
First, Mama Pow. Wow.
Beautiful.
So happy.
Stunning.
Although, again, I didn't love the hair, but that's okay.
I think the hair could have been a little bit bigger in the back. But otherwise, I like the style a lot. She's mom. She's mother.
And I love the color, and I love that it didn't look frizzy. There were certain upgrades, and the outfit was great. We're going to start with Angel. So her variety store runway look...
Was spoons.
I
didn't mind it.
I didn't mind it either until they pointed out that she and Maxie did the exact same
Well,
look.
I did notice.
Like, okay, y'all did that together at home.
I
And by
did
y'all, I
notice.
mean Maxie did it.
I did notice that she and Maxie had the same look.
Exactly.
Before they even said it.
Yeah.
Same silhouette.
Later, Jiggly does say, like, spoons aren't even something I associate with a variety store. So if that's the case, yeah, I could see how it's a bummer.
Yeah.
She looks hot. Then her runway look, bless her heart.
It's very, like, relying on the body, and her body is beautiful.
That's a thought I had this entire time, because we had a lot of skinny queens with just a little bit of stuff covering their body. Skinny
And that
queens
has gotten many...
really do have it so much easier.
Yeah, that's gotten a lot of queens very far. The whole Georges, all of it.
The whole Georges. That's why I wear so much fabric, because I don't want you to think that I'm relying on my bones. Tita baby. Love this wig. The dress. Agreed with the judges. She had a pink dress.
It was a pink dress with, like, just a few things
glued to it.
Yeah,
not great. Now, her runway look, the first thought I had, Mermaid Man from SpongeBob. The hair and the belt.
SpongeBob was a little bit before my time. So I came
think you mean after.
after SpongeBob. I came after SpongeBob.
You mean after. But this was so Mermaid Man coded, which made me laugh. I don't love those silver boots with the silver belt. Like, I don't love it, but I have to say...
She looks good.
I think she looks beautiful. I love that hair on her. I thought her face looked great. I loved the top of the bodice. Do I think she was the worst?
Her Fled runway last week is like when you see it online versus when you order it on Wish this week.
Oh, this was Wish?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would wish for something different. But I don't think it's horrible.
Me neither. Yuri Puta?
I didn't understand this look, but I loved it.
I wouldn't have known it was made out of rice bag. The coat was made out of rice bag, and then the plastic was plastic bottles. But it's really cool.
I thought she looked like a sexy scientist that got in an accident.
Ooh, they got like kind of burned a little bit.
But in a sexy way.
Dr. Jackal and Mr. Hyde.
Yeah, sexy.
And then the second one, also couldn't tell what those fabrics and stuff were.
It was cardboard.
So cool.
Cardboard and velvet.
Crushed up and painted. This looks so good.
I had a visceral reaction to this. I had a...
Okay, will you do it again for me? Oh, you just did it. Okay.
No, that was just the preview. You want the full?
Okay, I want you to... So you're sitting there, you're watching.
Well, I was on my phone.
You're on your phone. Yuri Puta. No. Now look up and see her.
Wait, you want to see how it actually happened, right? I almost missed it. Oh!
You're gonna hurt your back again.
Judith! I loved it.
Hold on, I'm so sorry.
I loved how weird it was. Oh, no, you're fine.
I need to, like, stand up or do something.
You okay? What's going on? You doing your exercises?
Yeah.
Okay. I liked it a lot. They continue to downplay how great she is. Again, she's a provincial girly, and the Manila girls are coming for her. I think Versace and Jay Quinn have just had it's a bad look, baby. It's a bad look. Especially for what you're giving us, girls.
Yeah, it's not so much verse sex as, like, bottom sex.
And it's not so much Jay Quinn as it is, Jay, quit that.
Yeah. And it's not so much Zimba as it is zip it. Okay, don't stir the pot.
Yeah. And it's not so much angel as it is. Oh, she is an angel, though. I love her.
I have one. You want me to do it?
Yeah.
And it's not so much angel as it is anal.
Why?
You know, I don't know.
Then we have Pop Star Bench. I gotta say, I was really impressed with her
Oh, yeah.
variety store look.
Wait, what was it made out of again? Straws, I think.
Straws, I think.
Yeah.
And just varieties. Her runway wasn't my favorite, but I didn't think it was bad.
Yeah, I think she looks good.
It's fine. I think her hair looks great. J. Quinn.
I freaking loved this puffer coat.
I loved the coat. I hated everything else. Can I ask you this? What is it about her that I don't think is drag enough? There's not enough makeup.
Remember, I wonder...
There's not enough makeup?
No, I think it's unfortunately a little bit. We're seeing a lot of like cosplay looks. Yeah. So it doesn't feel...
You can do elevated cosplay. I just feel like she's staying at just... cosplay.
Yeah, and then her poor shoe.
Oh yeah,
she lost her shoe pretty. The runway look was impressive to me.
I wish she had worn a corset because she does look like a box with a little bit of a. But I
would never ever look like a box. You would never catch me dead looking like a box.
Dumb bag bitch. I'm not surprised, given her brand, that she went for this design, and there are parts of it that I think are pretty impressive.
Yeah.
Then we had Maxi. Of the Maxi versus Angel identical looks, Maxi's was my favorite.
Yeah.
Although the black panty, oh, that hurt. That hurt to see. Just silver your panty, baby.
Yeah.
Silver your panty. And then her runway look.
Okay.
I liked it.
I don't know. Yeah, I liked it too. They were like, for you, it doesn't make sense. But I was like, I don't really know her yet.
Okay, so you didn't see Untucked for this episode, but she's like, Jiggly said that it didn't look like me. This is exactly what I wear in the club. And all the girls are like, yeah, that does look exactly like you. And she's like, Jiggly doesn't know me. I was like, yes, show this to Jiggly. Fight.
No offense to Auntie Jiggly. We love her, but like...
We love her, but...
I loved it. I thought it was really cute. And
I think they just wanted to continue the storyline.
Yeah, for sure. And out of everything we saw running in the runway, everything was kind of like just glued on to shit. This I could see like in stores. Like it was kind of an updated of that 13 going on 30 dress that she wears.
I love that movie.
Yeah, it's a good movie.
I think it was mainly for the storyline of sister versus sister.
Yeah.
Trying to like keep that going. So
but I loved it.
I understood, but I also noticed that the tops and the bottom, it wasn't 6. It wasn't 3 and 3. It was 3 and 3 and then Maxi, who kind of was in the middle. So they were stretching that one. Then we have John. I'm sorry.
Fadaliaga.
There you go.
I think.
I love the look.
Cute.
I love the aesthetic. I love the color.
Little Bo Peep.
With both of these looks, I feel like we lost her body. But I think the look itself is
when you're
really
gluing
good.
stuff all over your midsection, you lose your body.
You
Which
know,
is what I
she'll
liked
find
about
it.
Maxi's.
She'll find it. She's gonna go searching.
Her runway, same
She'll
thing.
Yeah, her runway, same thing, but I liked it. I liked the movement of it.
Yeah, me too.
I wish the bigger parts had been a little further down her body, just to give her a little shape, but yeah. Then we had Zimba. Kind of same note, I'm gonna say. The variety look is good, but the bulky stuff, I wish it started lower. Her shape is completely gone. But I love the cans in her hair. I think it's cute. And then her make-it-yourself look.
Her runway, same note, there's no real waist, but...
Well, there's a little. When she turns to the side, you see a little. I think it was a perfect photograph look. I think it did not look great on the runway because it moved like...
I loved it, and I'll tell you why. The red with the white letters made me think of Coca-Cola.
Red, white, and Coke. I was trying to provide some musical background.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Mm-hmm.
I liked it because it reminded me of Coca-Cola, and Coca-Cola brings me joy. Did you see that all the Cokes are flat everywhere?
No.
Mama taught, she's like, I haven't had a crispy Coke in years. They're all flat.
Do you find that to be true?
Even the Diet Coke at McDonald's, which I don't go to anymore, but when I first moved here and I had it, it doesn't taste as crispy and spicy as it did back home. Not home, but back in Chicago.
Wow.
I've sacrificed a lot.
Yeah. I'm so sorry I asked that question. Huh. Then we had Kiana I loved both. I loved both. I love the variety.
Ooh, yeah.
It looked so fucking cool. I loved her big horn tits. It made me so horny, tit. Her nude look that Trash Guy said he was worried that there wasn't enough color. I overall really enjoyed it. I don't love the writing. I don't love the like cutting out, the fragile. It looks very crafty. But everything else I liked.
Yeah.
Don't put letters on your drag. If Nina West has taught us anything.
Darling, can I see it back here?
Oh, yeah.
I know you said don't put letters on your dragon. Normally I wouldn't.
It looks so shitty.
But I
Especially if you do it with like a little marker on like...
Well, you know, I don't have a printer. Okay, I lost it in the divorce.
Sure.
You know, he took the printer and all the ink cartridges. I kept a few, but I don't have the printer. Yeah. So what good are they to me? But it feels good knowing that he can't use them, you know what I mean?
So they are of some use.
Yeah.
Can I see you further back here?
Yeah.
I can't see that side of your body. Mm-hmm. This is really big.
Can I see you back here?
Okay.
Or maybe just up here. I forgot what I was going to say.
Thank you. Then we have Versex. Baby, honey, baby, this was a mess. And I think I'm being a little more critical because she's being such a bitch. But just gluing phones to yourself and then gluing CDs to yourself. One of the CDs falling off mid-runway walk.
They showed it so much too.
She's beautiful. That is
she's
not wrong.
Beautiful and she looks cool.
And her body is gorgeous and her styling is cool. But the actual finished product, I'm sorry, I haven't seen the person yet that she keeps saying, bitch, I'm Versex. Verse where?
Yeah.
But she's gorge. I want better for her.
I like cell phones. Oh, remember sidekicks? I always wanted one of those.
You are one. Still.
Thank you. That's the nicest thing you've ever said to me.
And you're about as useful as a sidekick would be today. The phone. Then we have Mix.
Chanel.
Listen,
excuse
what
me.
we've learned about Mix is she's a storyteller. Okay, last week we got a full production.
She's a crafts person of words.
For her variety store, she's superhero.
She'll string a tale together. It'll be like Charlotte's Web, but instead of little webby, what's the singular web? Just like a strand.
What?
So a web is like all the lines together.
Sure.
But what's just one?
Yeah, a strand. Sticky butt stuff.
Strand, yeah.
Can I tell you? You know, we've had this conversation where we're not killing spiders anymore. But today, ooh, this hurt. Today, I go to take a shower. I turn shower on, and I see this giant spider scurry trying to get out of the tub.
Oh, no.
And immediately...
You Titanic'd him.
Well, because I've been so pro-spider, I felt bad. Then I also felt panicked because he was heading for all of the bottles, all of the soaps.
Yeah.
And I couldn't get in the shower thinking he would be hiding. Spiders are boys. Thinking he could be hiding in the shampoo. So I drowned him.
I'm sort of flip-flopping on my spider alliance at home because I thought, boys, you eat these flies and you eat these ants and you can stay as long as you want.
And they don't bother you.
They didn't eat the ants. I do think they eat the flies. I actually saw one catch one time. It was fascinating.
Isn't that so
It
fun?
was fascinating.
Yeah, I love finding
But there's like a
spider.
couple in my shower because like the tile only goes up a little bit and then there's a little bit more.
Yeah.
And in the little bit more space, there's spiders up there. And every time, I don't wear my contacts in the shower, so I can't see them. But sometimes when I do, or all my glasses in there from just doing a body wash,
of course,
I'll look up and I'll say, "Hey, you're welcome to stay, but you got to get on these ants."
Yeah, you're doing.
I haven't seen the ants in a while, so we're good. But.
And you have a stockpile of traps.
Oh, you have given me.
I just want you to have all the options available.
Oh, you have given me.
Can I say this?
Yeah.
I turn your trauma into mine.
Yeah.
I take anything you're going through, I say, how does this affect me?
Yeah.
I do feel really bad that you've had such a tough go of it since you moved to LA. You've lived in 3 different places.
I finally
all of which
live
with
alone.
Their own problems.
And I'm still dealing with annoying.
But flip side, okay, silver linings playbook.
Yeah.
You've seen people have sex in your backyard. You didn't get that in Chicago. She was superhero here, and she looked incredible.
She was a thief.
And then she became super villain in her runway. So she connected.
She connected the 2 stories.
Not only that, she decapitated herself from the variety store runway, and she carried her own fucking head out.
Hold on. Oh no, I am Nina West because my reveal is clunky. Oh no. Wait, will you do it? That's fine.
Oh, help me. Yeah, I'll help. I was so impressed with her this episode. I mean, I have been both episodes.
Good.
I'm team mix, I gotta say.
Yeah.
So, we get to the judging, but before we start the judging,
Oh my God.
old trash guy here does a speech.
Without acknowledging that he himself is the one who has done it the most.
Who did the trash?
In this show.
Well, he started the trash.
When you call someone trash, sometimes it means you're trash and it's coming from a mean-spirited
Sometimes it's
place.
bad.
But sometimes you have to take that insult and you have to turn it around on its head and use it to fuel your trash to become trashin'. And he's doing this speech and I'm thinking there's gotta be a punchline at the end because he's the one that's called people trash. He's
Mama
the one.
Powell even set him up for a punchline. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Yeah. Unfortunately, he fumbled the ball. She tossed it to him. He dropped it. He did not win immunity. He has no reward.
I know
He's going home without Flint, eating coconuts for the rest of
It's not a big deal in the grand scheme of things.
That's just
and I know
Survivor
that they're
talk, and I'm really sorry.
they're kind of over it.
I'll get better at it, and then I'll also get over it, and I'll stop it.
But missing from that speech was
the acknowledgement.
Sorry for the hurt I caused. That's it. Okay, let's take it back. Let's go back to our roots.
The text.
Impact versus intention.
Oh,
that entire speech was intention. There was no acknowledgement of the impact his words could have had.
Although.
Or did he say that he apologized?
I don't think he did. Because I was paying extra attention to that because I was like, where's this going?
Where was that? I just wanted a quick,
acknowledgement. It would have been funny if he had kind of made it a joke, or maybe that was the joke. The whole joke was...
Oh, very deadpan.
Yeah,
very deadpan.
Do not call people... my favorite story, one of my favorite stories, one of the first stories ever told about me. My mother's father, we called him Papa.
Interesting.
He would call me Catfish because I don't know. I guess
now that's what you do.
He loved to go fishing and he would catch them and I would lay down and they were bigger than me or whatever. My sister Lana, she would be so mad. She'd say, I hate when he calls my sister Catfish. I don't want him to call her that. And we would drive there because it was in Oklahoma. We were in Houston. And so it would be like 8 hours, 10 hours of just my sister getting really anxious about it because she really didn't want Papa to call me Catfish. We get there. The first thing my papa says to my sister Lana, he looks at her and he goes, now Lana, you do not call your sister Catfish. Her name is Alexis. And she was just didn't know what to do. Her brain exploded. And she has never been the same since.
Got that bitch.
He got her.
Oh my God. Fuck her. I'm just kidding. We love anal
backwards she got it. She's a nurse. She passed her state boards or whatever.
Hang on. Let me get my pots and pans. Anyway, the biggest thing that happens in this moment is right at the beginning.
Do you want to take that back?
No. Mama Powell decides to start this Maxie Angel thing immediately.
Oh my God.
We don't get any notes yet.
We don't get any lube or anything. She just goes right in.
She Brokeback Mountain's it. Can of beans and all. And she's like, it looks like you and Maxie did the same dress. Did your brother help you? And she's like, yes. She's like, okay, great. Well,
if the two of you were going to go home tonight,
who goes home first? Where did that come from?
I felt,
it was so
for me,
bizarre.
I felt she knew Angel was going to be sent home. She needed to have this moment.
Yeah.
Because like I said, we've never had any siblings on the show before on the same season. Not in any of the franchises.
We haven't had siblings on any of the shows before, except for
like Michelle and
her siblings.
Alexis, Michelle.
Same last name. So she says that. Angel's like, well, I love my sister, but I'm here to compete. And so I'd have to say, I want to stay.
Yeah. And then Maxie says,
okay, can I say this?
Yeah.
Maxie out of drag is so hot, but very baby, very young. So not for me, but very attractive.
Yeah.
Seeing how caring and how big brother she was.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'm going through my own brother stuff right now, just trying to like reconnect with our podcast Innuendo, of course, and just really trying to like, so I'm very vulnerable around that. So seeing a big brother be so loving and supportive was so nice. So Maxie says, I'm the older brother. I've had way more opportunities than her. So yeah, I would love to see her shine. I would rather go home so that she could shine.
Yeah.
Which I know some fans don't like because they're immediately like, well, if you don't want to be here, then you shouldn't be here. If it comes down to it, if you're just going to give it to her, then you shouldn't even be competing. Yeah, but you don't understand. Like, brother and sister, this is a very different relationship. This isn't just one contestant being like, my friend, I want my friend to win.
Well,
no.
Yeah, you know, I have 2 sisters. So I understand. If anyone understands like that kind of sisterly bond, you know, we would really, we would go to the mats for each other.
You know, we're running a little long. So if you want to keep all that family stuff packed up inside.
Well, I just thought this would be a good opportunity to.
You've already talked about her one.
My new podcast, which is Sisters. It's just called Sisters, and it's going to be a podcast and not 2 people. It's going to be 3 of us.
Wow.
Okay, and we are they are older than me, but we are triplets. So it'll be called Triplets Get Together, or it'll be called Girls Triplets, and we are going to reconnect and we're going to heal. And those episodes will drop on Tuesdays.
So nice that you have something fully thought out and developed. That's nice. I like that for you.
Thanks.
So we find out the winner is Mix Chanel. I am so
so deserved.
Happy for her.
Well deserved.
So well deserved.
Yeah.
We find out the bottom 2 are actually Angel, Not Surprised, and Tita Baby.
Tita Baby, which I didn't foresee.
Versex is saved, but Tita Baby is put in the bottom. I would have switched them. I gotta be honest.
I don't know that I would have put. I would have put Tita Baby there. Yeah.
I would have put Angel and Versex in the bottom, but Versex is saved. We get a lip sync that honestly was really good.
I agree.
Tita Baby definitely delivered a more traditional, old kind of drag. She's a professional.
And Angel is just walking sex.
And Angel's just sexy. I mean, not just sexy,
but she's
sorry. She's
walking sex.
sexy, very good sexy.
Sensuality.
Very good sexy. But they're both
really
giving
compelling.
face. They're both connected to the song. I have to say from just a personal standpoint, okay, I was definitely more Tita Baby than Angel, but definitely meaning like 1 degree more. Because I thought they both did really well.
Thank you so much.
So Tita Baby is saved. Then we get a really
beautiful moment. And she says, Tita Baby, Shantae, you say, did you hear Maxie just fall to the ground?
Maxie's loud.
That was insane.
Yeah.
I heard it.
So she comes over to her because she's just quiet. Mama Pal's like, what do you want to say as your like final goodbye? And she's not saying anything. So Maxie comes over and she's like, don't look at me because I'll start crying and then you'll cry. And then of course they did and they start crying. What I loved about Maxie's speech to her sister is that's just the show. It's just the game we signed up for.
Yeah.
I love you. This is just the game. Don't take it personal. This is just the game. I thought that, I'm getting goosebumps. I thought that was such a sweet, mature way to handle it and to help take some of that blame that I'm sure she was feeling off of herself.
Yeah.
It was so kind. So then Maxie goes back to cry in the back and she does her final speech and she's like, I'm iconic. And now, sashay away. She says it herself. They all laugh. She walks to the back. She's doing her goodbyes and she's like, Mama Pow, bring me back for season 4. I have more to show. And then we get the moment where Mama Pow says, do you really want to come back for season 4? And she's like, yes, please. She goes, why would you come back for season 4 when we still have season 3? You're not going home. And everyone erupts. Now listen.
It was a really good moment.
I normally don't love a back-to-back to no one home episode, but these producers did a fantastic job of making me give a lot of fucks about Angel at the end.
Yeah.
Also, I don't know if you've noticed, we started with 11 queens. It was rumored that there were supposed to be 12, and one queen was unable to make it for reasons unknown.
Okay, I didn't want to have to tell you this.
What?
I was that 12th queen.
What do you mean?
They reached out.
Okay.
They saw our reviews and they said...
They're really great reviews.
They said, it was weird because they called me Darby in the email, but they meant, Alexis, we want you to audition for Drag Race.
Wait, what do you mean they called you Darby?
And so
Did they email you, Alexis, or they email IMHO?
I'm so sorry, I'm telling a story. So I sent my video in. I barely passed the mental and physical exam.
Right.
And they said, come on down, you're going to be our 12th queen. And so I went down there.
What pictures did you use?
I went over there.
What were they, pictures of both of us?
I'm so sorry. I'm losing my train of thought. I don't want to have to start over.
Okay, yeah. I don't want you to start over.
So I went and I showed up with all my bags, all my wigs, all my, my daughters. I brought my daughters with me. I told them to wait outside while I filmed. I gave them a couple bucks. And I said, Mishak, don't get too much candy. You know how that hurts your cavity.
One cavity.
Well, she's only got the one tooth.
Yeah.
And then I show up, and they said, who are you? And I said, I'm Alexis. And they said, there's a mix-up here. There was some kind of mix-up with, like, the name. I guess there was another queen that they thought was me, Drabby or something. And so they did have to send me home. And by that point, it was too late.
Is this how I'm finding out I got cast on Drag Race Philippines?
No.
Mabuhay.
I got cast.
Mabuhay.
I got cast on Drag Race Philippines.
Well, I guess I know what I'm doing for season 4. I'm winning Drag Race Philippines, now on the network that you watch it on in Philippines.
WOW Presents Plus.
Well, I'm sorry to hear about that. That was only because it was really long. That was the end of that episode. Listen, now that we are down to the normal amount of girls we're supposed to have.
Let's send them packing.
I think we're going to start sending them packing.
Let's send them packing.
But I'm glad we're not losing the siblings. I really was like, wait, we're
losing the siblings. And it's always nice to get more time getting to know the girls.
I've got a list of girls I think could go home first.
Well, who?
And they're not provincial.
If you enjoyed watching this show,
hit subscribe. Of course, subscribe. Patreon, and we're on Patreon.com, and we're on Cameo.
Cameo, we got
and
Cameos.
We're on Cameo's IMHOtheSHOW.com.
And all of our merchandise is on dragqueenmerch.com.
Goodbye. Okay, for credits chat, since you didn't watch this Untucked, and this episode is already super long, can I tell you about Untucked? I know that I have lines on my nose, but I have to take these glasses off because I feel like I'm high. Oh. We find out Zimba's a virgin. That's how we start Untucked. Zimba is a virgin. A fucking virgin.
How old is Zimba? She's
22,
really young.
Baby.
That's great. I was a virgin until 24. I remember I thought it was 27, and you reminded me, like, no.
Huh. I lost my virginity early because of trauma and abuse. Then we also, okay, so it's the Safe Queens, right? So it's Zimba, J. Quinn, John, and Popstar Bench, yes. We find out that J. Quinn and John both had started a transition. John had started a transition as, I think, like a teenager, and J. Quinn had recently transitioned, and they both decided not to move forward with that. And it was just a really interesting conversation they were having. I encourage you to watch it, because I would like to get your thoughts on it as someone who is abandoning a transition soon, probably.
No, I'm not abandoning a transition. I'm abandoning my girls.
Oh, sorry.
Because they're 19. They need to... You gotta kick them out of the nest at some point.
And they're all cis. What the fuck?
No, they're sisters.
Oh, my bad. So then we find out that when the tops and bottoms come back in, Zimba wants to start shit. Goddamn virgin. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. But don't stir the pot until you've had your pot stirred.
No,
you
don't
bitch.
say that.
I'm kidding.
It's
Peace,
good
I don't
TV.
care.
It's
Asexual's great.
Untucked.
LGBTQIA plus includes asexual.
It's good TV. It's Untucked. We've always wanted Untucked to be
Okay, can I say
drama.
something horrible I said to my mother-in-law last night? So we're at my late father-in-law's birthday dinner.
Oh, yeah,
and
with the egg.
we were talking about something about the queer community or something. And I was like, well, you're technically part of the queer community. Curtis goes, yeah, A for ally. And I was like, no, the A in LGBTQIA plus actually stands for asexual. And now that your husband's dead, you're kind of asexual. She laughed.
Did you laugh?
No, but she didn't grimace.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. So Zimba's like, Yudi, we thought you were in the bottom again.
The bottom.
We thought you were the bottom again. She's a virgin. She has a really hard time with consonants. She's so horny. And it's just like, oh my God. Yudi has been in the top 2 weeks in a row out of 2 episodes. Shut up. It's hard to believe that this isn't just like another punch down on the provincial queens. It really does feel like that. And shut up. And I was so happy Kiana was there because, and I relate to this, Kiana had a really hard time sticking up for herself, but she immediately jumped in to defend Yuta. Luda. What'd I say?
Yuta.
I had Ludacris on the mind. Have you seen that TikTok of that old lady who has dinner with Ludacris?
No.
It's cute. Versace starts crying again.
Hot.
Which, like, honestly, you've had this built up inside of you for so long and you've been lashing out. You are in a very stressful situation where you are sleep deprived, I'm sure. Let it out, babe. Let it out. Like, I'm glad it's finally coming out. Is it annoying? Absolutely. But we're here to support you.
Let
okay?
it go.
And she says, like, I can't believe I'm in the bottom. Like, my friend group may have been right about me. Which is just, like, heartbreaking to see. But then, then she says to herself, I don't know, it made me laugh. She's like, snap out of it. You're Versex. Because remember, she loves to talk in third person. You're Versex. You survived New York.
She's not wrong. She is not wrong.
New York is hard. They have Subway.
Oh my gosh, and there's everything's so close together in there.
And it's too close, some would say. Listen, I loved living in a city in my 20s and early 30s. But I'm glad I'm further away from city now. I'm glad I have car and I go place.
Yeah. Can I tell you something? So, my mom doesn't watch our show because she can't always handle when we talk about.
She shouldn't watch it.
But she'll see all the clips online. But one of her friends, her like queer mom PFLAG friends, Facebook friends, she said that she watches. Her name is Stacy, and hi Stacy. Stacy's a little mole.
Stacy's mom.
And she goes
is a mom.
And then she goes and tells my mom. Did you see?
Stacy, that's not cool.
No. She's not really a mole. She's not really a mole.
I'm
she
kidding.
Loves us.
Do it, Stacy.
She loves us. She likes our fashion sense.
Who do you like the best?
So we really thank you for watching every episode, Stacy, and thank you for
Stacy,
being
who do you like the
mom
best?
that loves your kid. Huh? Well, you know what she said about me? She said she likes my fashion choices. Do you think she'd like this one?
Oh, so is Stacy? She's got a mental problem.
No.
She on a pill? She a pill addiction? Opioid crisis. You know, my mother-in-law helped create the opioid crisis.
Really?
Yeah.
That's cool.
This apartment was paid for with bodies. All right, we'll see you next week. Goodbye. Oh, real quick before we go. We're doing a double Canada episode this week, and we're shooting global.
And we're shooting global.
We're not abandoning any of these series.
We're back.
I swear to God.
We're back, baby.
We are back in
We are back
action.
in the habit. I wore a bag because of the challenge.
Yeah, we got that. Bye.